Hi, welcome to our pilot demo. My name is Orain and I'm the founder and CEO of CaseEasy. Today I'll be sharing with you our electronic signatures and workflow cloud software. Our company is Auburn Innovations Inc. and we got started in June of 2017. You may know us for our immigration CRM software, CaseEasy, but today I'll be focused on our new platform called CaseEasy Sign. So what got us started? We decided to build CaseEasy Sign based on these two main problems. One, there are certain CIC forms that are just not viewable within the browsers. And two, the time it takes to get documents signed, to get your forms signed, that was very time consuming. And we needed to find a way to simplify this process and to get some of this automated. So our solution was aimed at ensuring that you're able to view all your PDFs using any mobile device, whether it's a tablet, it's a smartphone, it's your laptop. You should be able to view these PDFs and forms using any device. And we also aimed at building a solution that would make the process a lot easier. Okay, electronic signatures versus digital signatures. What is the difference? Now, I'm going to spend a few minutes explaining what the differences are because in our platform, we do offer both. And it's important that we have the same ideas around what these two terminologies actually mean. So electronic signatures, as you would imagine, it's the actual signature that you're going to be putting on whatever contract or agreement, right? So it's the symbol, it's the characters, anything that you'll be putting on a document would be considered the electronic signature. Now your digital signature is just an additional layer of security on top of that. And I like to speak about it as if it's an envelope. It's a secure way to store your documents in an envelope, right? So just imagine an envelope with a seal on it. And what that seal does, it says it validates that the documents within the envelope has not been tampered with. So the digital signatures just adds an additional layer of security on those documents to ensure that it attests to its integrity, authenticity, and to validate that the documents have not been tampered with since they were last electronically signed. Okay, so here's a good example as to what the differences are. So on your left, it's the actual electronic signature, right? So this is what you'll be signing on the document. On the right, this is what we call a digital signature. So this is actually when we view the documents within Adobe Acrobat, Adobe actually has a mechanism to validate that this document, since it was signed, it was not tampered with, right? So this is what we're talking about when we refer to electronic signatures versus digital signatures. And let me give you a closer look at that in Adobe itself. So sometimes when you open documents within Adobe, you'll see that symbol on the top left to say that the document has been signed and all the signatures are valid. That's a digital signature, and that's a secure envelope that's going to protect your documents to say that these documents have not been tampered with since they were last signed, right? So that's the difference. And it's just important that we understand these differences going forward in case you see the terminologies and you're wondering what's the difference, okay? So let's jump into a demo. All right, so I'm in my demo account. So this is the login page and I'm just going to sign in here. Let me go there. Perfect. And this is the dashboard. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to create a new request. And from here, I'm just going to drag the document that I want to be signed onto the dashboard here, where it says drop documents. Here we go. And confirm upload. And just a few seconds. And let's just click on next. And from here, you can actually list your recipients. And I should point out that you can list several recipients. If you have several signees on the document, you can add several recipients at this stage. So let's put an expiration date, and we can actually put a password on the document, just an additional layer of security to ensure that the client has to put in a password before they get access. All right, perfect. And let's go on to the next step. All right, so we're just going to confirm, and we're going to go over to the actual document editing where we're going to define the signature fields and the date fields. So let's give this a second here. Let's just get this loaded. Perfect. Now here, as you can see, we're just going to zoom this in a bit, and we're now going to be able to drag and drop the signature field. Right, and we can just start resizing just to get it perfectly above the signature section, and of course the date field, and we can resize this as well. Okay, what I should highlight here as well is that once you define these signature fields and the date fields, you can actually save this as a template, right? I'm going to show you that in the next step, but it's very important that you know that you can save this as a template. So the next time you have a document that requires a signature field and a date field at the same location, you can actually load a template and it will place those signature fields and the date fields exactly where you left them on the previous document, right? It's just going to save you a lot of time from having to drag and drop the fields. So let's continue. All right, so we should be loading. Perfect. And we can actually save this as a template if you want. And this is going to save you time, as I was mentioning earlier. So we can save that as a template. We can also put a message here to the client. So once they get the document, they can see this message as it relates to the document that was sent. Perfect. And there you go. So that document is now going to be routed to the client. So let me go ahead and I'm going to grab the link from the email. Okay, and I'm going to just open it in a new window. Here we go. All right. Okay, so I'm going to enter the password. So remember, we defined a password earlier for this document, so we have to enter that to get in. Once we enter the password, then I'm going to agree to using electronic signatures and viewing electronic records. Okay, perfect. So let's wait until the document loads. Okay, so we can actually click on the signature required and it's going to bring us directly to the field. And here we can actually use the signature that was saved before. So I was doing some testing earlier, so that signature was there. And we're just going to put our signatures right here now. And we have the option of drawing the signature. We can actually type it, or we can actually upload our signature if we have saved a signature specimen before. So let's create that signature. And let's enter the date. Perfect. And then we can always resize this a bit, just to reposition it, ensure that it's perfectly aligned. And finalize and approve. Okay, so that would be the experience your client would be having when they're signing the documents, and that document gets routed directly to your inbox. Okay, so that concludes the demo. So that's just a brief overview of some of the features that are included in the CaseEasy Sign platform. I hope you found that fascinating. It's really going to help to get your documents signed a lot sooner. So let me run through some of the core benefits of adapting electronic signatures. Some of the core benefits of adapting an electronic signature solution: it's easy to use, right? As you saw there, the client literally would have taken a few seconds to add their signature, right? Very easy, and that's one of the key things that's going to help to improve the entire experience. Just the simplicity of the platform, it's really going to help to improve your process. Another benefit is you're going to save money over time, right? So if you're spending money currently on paper or on print cartridges, you're going to save that money because everything's going to be online and you're going to benefit over the long run. Of course, you're going to be saving time. So if you're going to be no longer needing to print forms, to scan them, to physically sign them, this is going to lead to a lot of efficiencies and increase in productivity in the months ahead. Of course, the accuracy is going to be improved. As you saw there in the demo, the client could literally click a button and say, where should I sign? And the system tells them exactly where they should be signing on the document, right? This is going to allow them to sign the documents a lot faster because the system is guiding them to exactly what they need to be doing. As you saw, we needed to enter a password to access the document. So that's an additional layer of security. And it's always good to add that additional layer, especially for highly sensitive documents, right? You're going to improve the client's experience. Your clients are going to be extremely happy to be able to use their mobile devices, their smartphones, their tablets. You're going to be able to use any device to have these documents signed and reviewed, which is going to improve their experience overall. And last but not least, it's just going to be a net positive impact on the environment, right? So you're going to be saving paper, and as you know, that's going to reduce your carbon footprint. So keep this in mind when you're considering about electronic signing and just adapting a true online experience for both you and your customers. All right, so the next step. So now that we're at the end of this demo, you can choose to opt in to our early bird pilot. So there should be a checkbox that you can actually click and say that, yes, you have watched the video, we're going to make you an offer. And that's a one-time offer. You can accept it and get invited into the pilot group where we're going to give you access to the software so you can get going. You can start sending requests to your clients and start using an online approach to electronic signing. So thank you so much for joining today. If you do have any questions, feel free to email us at support@caseeasy.ca and we'll respond typically within 24 hours. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.